Tennessee at Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh, the favorites, by 7 to win this game, obviously. I mean, not obviously. It'll be a really good game tomorrow night, no doubt about it. But I don't think Tennessee is good enough yet to beat Pittsburgh's defense. Well, it'll be a very close game. Joe Hayden's gone for a couple of weeks with that broken fibula. He does not need surgery, which is the best thing that can happen out of a really terrible scenario. But hey, he got the best out of what happened. So I think Pittsburgh's going to win this game. It'll be a close game either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee pulled off an upset. They are a playoff team as of right now. They're just not one of the better ones in my opinion. Washington at New Orleans. New Orleans is favored by 7.5, and I got them winning this game. The Washington Redskins will not be able to stop New Orleans. Let's be real. The way the New Orleans has been playing lately, they have yet to rely on Drew Brees throwing 3-4 touchdowns, 400-yard games this year, and it's been the recipe for success in their last 7 games after starting out 0-2. They're going to go 8-0 in their last 8 games by far. I don't think Washington will be good enough to slow down Kamara and Ingram, and then if Drew Brees needs to, Drew Brees throwing the football. So Kansas City at New York to face the Giants. I got Kansas City there, 10.5 favorites. They're not as good as they were back 5 weeks ago when they were on their 4-5-0 streak, being the undefeated team until they visited Pittsburgh. But New York, they're not together as a team right now, and I expect that to continue because without Ben McAdoo there, they're not going to be able to really do anything productive. Maybe beat one team. That might be a division rival at the bare minimum. I don't see them beating anybody else unless if it's the Cowboys or the Redskins. That's about it. But I don't even expect them to win against Dallas or Washington at all. So Detroit at the Bears, not Cincinnati, the Bears. Detroit's favored by 3, and I got them winning this game. Baltimore at Green Bay. I have an upset. Baltimore's favorites by 2 as of right now. I got Green Bay winning this game. Just because they kind of shocked us all by the way they beat the Bears. Now, the Bears aren't like this lights-out amazing team, but they have a pretty solid defense, and they managed to do what they needed to do and got the win. I think Green Bay is going to do the exact same thing here and shock us all. I mean, Baltimore hasn't been consistent, and we're starting to see, hopefully, maybe Brett Hundley do good with the Green Bay offense. I mean, you got weapons in Jordy Nelson, and you got a good running back in Aaron Jones and Ty Montgomery. So, I mean, do something with that, Don't rely so much on the quarterback. Spread the ball around and make bigger plays offensively and, of course, defensively. Clay Matthews, all those guys there, they need to step it up. Jacksonville at Cleveland. I got Jacksonville winning this game. They're 7.5-point favorites to win this game, and they should win this game with the way that they've been playing. Saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know about that, but hey, I like the confidence. We'll see how it goes. Arizona at Houston. I got Houston winning this game. Another upset because Arizona, they're not 100%. I don't know if Blaine Gabbert is really the guy to go with. I mean, you got Drew Stanton, and without Carson Palmer, I don't know how they're going to be able to do it. They really need to rebuild, especially starting at that quarterback position, because they need a young guy to lead them for the next 10 years, because right now they do not have an answer without Carson Palmer, and Carson Palmer is aging. So, the Rams at Minnesota. This is a very interesting game, a very good game. This is like a NFC Championship game, depending on how the Saints and the Eagles do in the playoffs as well, because these two teams are doing really well. But I got Minnesota winning this game. I think their defense is going to be able to slow the Rams down just a bit, just a little bit, and manage to sneak away a win. It'll be a very good game to watch, so I hope I'm able to watch that because I got Philly and Dallas at 8:30, so I hope I can watch that game. Tampa Bay at Miami. Miami's favorites by 1. I got Tampa Bay winning this game as an upset, just because both these two teams have yet to go on another bye week because they can't. They both chose and agreed to take the week 1 bye, and right now they're both struggling. Miami is the better team, but we saw Tampa Bay win last week. It wasn't the prettiest of wins, but they won. Maybe that can get something started. I know Jameis Winston is going to be out for a little while longer, but who knows what could happen. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can make some magic happen in Miami and pull off a win. Buffalo at the Chargers. The Chargers are 4-point favorites, and rightfully so. I got the Chargers winning this game. The Buffalo Bills got destroyed. They got exposed by Drew Brees, Kamara, and Mark Ingram, and Sean Payton. in New Orleans. Actually, not in New Orleans, at Buffalo last week when the Saints came over to Buffalo. That was embarrassing. You lost like 47-3 technically. That touchdown at the end was garbage. In the end, I think the Chargers can get back on the right track, get their 4th win of the season. Cincinnati at Denver. I got Cincinnati winning this game. Denver is 2.5 favorites, but the way that they've been playing lately, they just slowly start to crumble, and sooner or later they break completely, especially on defense. I don't know how they're going to go up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is on the verge of breaking as well. We already saw A.J. Green break. I mean, we'll see how it goes. This is going to be a really interesting game, and not a game that I'm going to keep up with, but I'd like to see Cincinnati win this game just because I don't think Denver has it in them to win a game after the way they've played the last couple of weeks. Philly and New England specifically. So, New England at Oakland. This is an upset, a big upset. I got Oakland winning this game. New England's favored by 6.5. I got Oakland winning this game. To really boost themselves up and get back into the playoff run. You know, they're 4-5 right now. I feel like this game can really just skyrocket them and their confidence. I believe they have a bye week after this, so we can see how that goes as well. But I think they'll be able to pull off a shocker on their home turf against Tom Brady and the Patriots. Atlanta at the Seahawks. Now, this is going to be a very fun game to watch, and I got Atlanta winning this game. Yet another upset. You guys are probably thinking I'm crazy about all the upsets I'm picking, but after the Dallas game, maybe, just maybe, Atlanta can really continue to shut out the Seahawks. We saw the Seahawks lost against Washington about 2 weeks ago. Though the big advantage for Seattle is that they have that extra couple of days after their Thursday night game last week against Arizona. I just don't see Seattle as that big of a threat, especially when their offense is just depleted and they just cannot move the ball unless if it's Russell Wilson doing everything. I don't see them as this big of a threat. They're making things happen, don't get me wrong. They're winning games, but the way they played against the Washington Redskins says enough that tells me that was an injured Washington Redskins team that came into Seattle's home turf. Atlanta's coming into Seattle's home turf. What if Seattle loses again? On their home turf because they haven't been playing well there this season. I'm just saying, I got Atlanta winning either a shootout or a very defensive struggling game where Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson both throw a pick, both turn over the ball a couple of times, and it amounts to like a 20-17, 17-10 game. It's going to be that kind of game, I feel, in Seattle. And finally, my Philadelphia Eagles head to Dallas on a Sunday night. And I'm going to talk about this tonight, obviously. But I got this a win at 31-14. And I'll tell you guys why later. Tell me what your picks are in the comments down below. Subscribe if you are new to this channel. And I'll see you guys tonight. Peace out.